twist. Oh, that was sweet. That was sweet. Mace called it. Mace
All
was
right,
dialed
to
in.
my left is Coach Katie Meyer, Jessica Thomas, and Adrian Motley. Coach, you want to just do a brief opening statement, and then we'll go to questions.
Well, I mean, I'm not up here without these two to my left. I mean, without their play today, we don't win that basketball game. I thought they were amazing. I thought Jessica had total command for every second of the game. And, you know, we did some things to sort of move her off the ball, too, and be a secondary outlet in that second half. And I think that really pushed our tempo when Jessica released down the court. We got some great flow. And then, you know, brought her back to the point and really had her controlling the game in crunch time and huge shots, I thought. So, I mean, I think my guards are pretty well known, but I also think the story of this tournament so far for us has been our post play. It's just been so reliable, and it's just been unbelievable. So, certainly Erica and Mesa and then Key Hayes, they're just great. But when we need big minutes from somebody like Kiki Harris, you know, we're just dialed in. We're just really dialed in right now and really focused and arguing, which is great, you know, fighting about coverages and huddles. And we didn't do that earlier. We got really quiet when we were not playing well. And I was coming to huddles today, like as a referee, like, okay, we're good. But that's great. I mean, that's raw, it's authentic. We don't have time to write each other a note and be nice about it. And we communicated a lot of strategy throughout that game. The defense was outstanding. Is that a long enough opening statement?
Questions?
Mike Potter from the News Observer. Kind of set up, you're playing them the third time this year. The teams are fairly evenly matched. Was it all set up for you to really play well against them today?
I believe it was. I believe that, you know, we did the old Yoda line, there is no try, just do. You know, none of this, coming close wasn't going to be good enough. And I said, don't you dare have the mentality like after the game, you get a hug from your family, say, nice try, baby. Like, we're not nice try, baby anymore. Like, it's time. And we do have wonderful families, but today they get to hug us and say, great job. And that's what we need to be. That's our mentality. We need to win.
Steve Wiseman, Durham Herald-Sun. This is for Jessica. Can you address where that feistiness comes from and how you guys keep it a positive thing and not let it, you know, turn into something negative, the way Coach is talking?
I mean, I believe it starts with Coach Meyer and the staff. They put it into us every single day that we have to be tough and that we have to grind things out. And when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, no matter what we say or how we say it, we know it was all good. So we're just competitors. We wanted to win. Big-time game, big-time moment. Sometimes things happen like that.
Tom Welborn, WBFT Television in Sanford. This is for Katie. Can you put in a nutshell, you know, you lost to them earlier. Can you put in a nutshell what you did differently today?
And not that much, but we hit the big shots. We just, I mean, the last time we played them, our defense was just about the same, just really, really high level, and kids were communicating and rebounding and doing all that. But man, did we hit big shots today. We answered every time. And that, we at 32 minutes, we had controlled that game, but there was a 6 or 7 minute span there where we went cold, kind of like our second quarter, right? We didn't score 2 points for like 5 minutes of it, but it was early enough to recover. Well, that lull hit us in the fourth quarter down there, and that was the story of the game.
Mike Potter again. All but a very few, you have more experience with the ACC tournament than all but a very few people now. What do you see as the key?
That's a polite way to say
well,
it. I'm
yeah,
old.
maybe Sylvia Hatch like. But what are the keys from this point? You're in the semifinals. Anybody that gets to semifinals has a chance to win it.
Right.
What do you see that teams have done in the past that would be an example that you need to do?
I'll tell you one thing we're not going to do. We're not going to change our style because, you know, Miami's running so much and they got another game and then, you know, what do they got? So what? I mean, our style is what makes us win. And so we're going to come at you hard. We're going to battle on the glass, and, you know, they can be tired on Monday.
Ask the two players, you've gotten to a really good point in the tournament, 2 more wins, and you have the championship. What do you think you need to do well over the next couple of days?
Stay consistent. We're playing really well. We're rolling on offense. We're doing big things on defense. These two games, we got to just keep it rolling, keep it going, stay consistent.
I got to agree with JT. Just stay fresh, keep our bodies fresh, and just keep our mindset on what we came here to do And I think definitely tonight or this morning, we definitely were focused. Just looking through the huddles, like Coach said, we were bickering, but I mean, that's what sisters do. We bicker. And we came back and came together, huddled together, and came out with the W.
Steve Wiseman, Durham Herald-Sun. Katie, this is for you. If you could address the way Mies played today and what she gave you off the bench.
And Mesa. She was so locked in. We were just talking about it on the walk down here. I mean, demanding the ball. I loved her last foul when she was stopped short and tried to post up Bulgak in the middle of the paint. Like, she was just playing with great physicality. I don't care if that's a foul. I mean, shoot, that's a big-time player being pretty smart and saying, I got more real estate to the basket than you if I stop short. So I loved it. I was like, wow, I hadn't seen that. It was nice to see from her. But her IQ it settles them down. Like, she never makes a play that you're like, what? Like, a lot of times I go, wow, but I don't like what? I'm like, wow, that was really high level. Like, I wasn't even thinking of that. And she has an explanation for every reason where she goes with the ball. So then the guards get like a Larry Bird point forward a little bit on the court with them, and that frees them up a ton. We had Mason in the middle of the floor a lot, and it allowed them to kind of streak up the sidelines and attack. She's a big-time player.
Jessica, you scored 21 points. I don't know. Is that your high scoring for this year? And were you looking going into this game to put more points up?
I think 21 is my high for this season, but no, I tell Coach.
It's your March average, though. She's like Reggie Jackson. She's not Mr. October. She's Miss March.
I'd let Coach know and the team, I'll do whatever I have to do for us to win. I don't have to score. Whatever it is, I'll pass out, just clapping everybody up, trying to get the energy going and make sure everybody else focused before I score the ball. I mean, my teammates found me in open spots, and I hit them.
For coach or players, I don't think anybody is really surprised that you won, but were you at all surprised of how dominant you were today?
No. We woke up this morning and we knew what time it was. It's the third time playing Florida State. They beat us twice. One at home would really hurt. Beat us on the road. We were just that close again. But no, this game we knew we had to come out with a little more fight and integrity.
Adrian?
The last game at Florida State, just how we played then, I knew this was going to be a different outcome. It felt different waking up this morning. Like, as a player, you just kind of get these feelings before the game, and everything felt good. And so when they were making that run, I believe they had a 7-point lead. And we started hitting shots coming together, and I was like, this is us from now on. And it just so ended up that, we came out on top. But JT was big. I love her to death. We bicker. We're each other's biggest critics, but JT was outrageous tonight. And I tell her all the time, we got to do it. It starts with us. So everybody feeds off our energy, and tonight we really had this morning, we really had a different mindset.
Coach?
The surprise at the margin? Is that what the question was? Dominant. No, I honestly think, we wanted to beat Pitt because we wanted to advance, and we wanted to beat Pitt, but we wanted to beat Pitt because we wanted Florida State. No question.
Coach, are you surprised at the amount of turnovers was it the game plan that forced them to have so many turnovers? Because Brown and Romero combined for 12 turnovers.
It was fantastic. Our guards, I think that might be Mott's career highs in steals. I'm not sure, but they were 5 well-earned. Really game plan, kind of digging out. I thought we dug out their posts and really bothered them, caused a lot of interior turnovers. Our hands were very active. And then, when Brown and Romero are so good, and they've both, Brown beat us at home, Romero beat us there, and we definitely wanted to get in their heads and let them know that they weren't beating us 3 times. Absolutely part of the game plan.
Tim Nash from Greensboro News and Record. Could each of you talk about Notre Dame?
Just in general, because they're
Yeah.
playing right now.
Yeah, just in
we're
general.
Okay.
How your games went with them, and in general, their strengths.
Coach won't do that. We got to let that game play out. Sorry, I don't want to jinx it.
Yep. Having played at Duke, you saw how the great North Carolina rivalries were. Is the
Right.
one with Florida State up there now?
It really is. It really is. And it's so fun because Sue built that program up. And then I feel like me and my staff and my players have built this program up. And, it was always a rivalry, but now when both teams are in the top 20 and it's talked about nationally and you got All-Americans on both teams and stuff like that, I'm really proud, and Sue's just as proud. I mean, we are very, very respectful of each other and spend a lot of time together on the road because we're all watching the same kids. And that's why the scouting reports are so easy, because we sat and watched them in AAU all summer long right next to each other. So it's like that. Our staffs are close. But, the game, the rivalry comes down to, your great players, and did they play better than their great players? And before it was just, let's hope both teams get to 50. I mean, 10 years ago, this thing was tough. So that's what we're most proud of. And we're proud to represent the state of Florida and have such high-level programs in the state.
Any more questions? Thanks, Coach.
Yep.